So I live by using templates. And in this video, I want to talk to you about why I find them to be so powerful, and I also want to show you how I make them. So I'm Chad Brooks. I'm a pastor here in North Louisiana, and I make videos about the Bible, the Christian devotional life, and the everyday life of a pastor. And I've made a lot more not Bible videos lately, and I've had a little bit of fear and worry about, is this kind of messing with my channel? But I'm not just going to worry about that. And I want to show you this because here's the thing. This is something I use in my ministry practice, and the folks that are part of the Productive Pastor community, a podcast and private Facebook group that I have. You can find more information about that down in the description box below. We talk about this kind of stuff a lot, but I really think that regardless of what you do, that there are ways that you can use templates to make your life a better place, especially if you're trying to be more organized, more focused, and more intentional. Now, I use templates for many different things. I use templates for preparing sermons. I use templates for running normal everyday things in ministry. I use templates for how I use recurring patterns. I use templates as part of my devotional life at times. I use templates for everything. And when I say template, what I mean is I create out a standard way to write things down. Now, what I want to do today and show you is how I create templates. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create two different templates that I want to use in my coaching practice to keep me focused inside of the appreciative inquiry model, but also so I can stay focused on what our conversation is and I can be being the best coach I can be. And so what I want to do is I want to create these templates for you, and then I want to put them into Goodnotes 5 as templates. And what that means is every time I need them, I can pull up a blank copy of that on my iPad and I can write on them with my Apple Pencil, and I can use this exact same template over and over and over. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to think about what I need in this template. And for me, a couple of things are going on. I want to use this template to keep me focused on appreciative inquiry, and so I'm going to make one for that. I'm also going to make one for the way I take notes when I'm coaching someone as well. And so the way I always start out making any template is really thinking about, why do I need this and what do I need it to do? And I'm going to make it on paper first. I'm going to make a paper copy of it, and sometimes I'm going to make a paper copy of it and use it a little bit, because a lot of times it takes me several revisions to get to the final state of a template or a worksheet. I kind of use the two interchangeably. But once I have a good idea of how I want this template to look, I'm going to go over to Apple Pages, which is my preferred word processing software. So I go in and I'm going to take the time to create my template inside of Apple Pages. And what's important is this: if you're creating multiple templates, you can't stack them into one big, huge, long document, because the way we're going to export them. So create each template and give it its own document. And I would actually save that file, so when you come back to revise it, you don't have to start from zero. You can literally just revise what you've worked on already. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be transferring and thinking about my paper version of these templates and taking them into a digital version. And once I have it how I like it, I'm going to export them as a PDF. Now, once this is exported, and create a file structure so you can save these things. Once it's exported as a PDF, what you're going to want to do is I'm going to want to open up Goodnotes 5. I love this. I went paperless a few years ago. In fact, the only thing I still use paper for, besides just quick little notes and stuff, is my spiritual journal. Everything else lives in Goodnotes 5. Everything lives in Goodnotes 5. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to import each one of these into Goodnotes 5. And I'm actually going to create a folder for just coaching templates, because I've never made a coaching template before. But I'm going to create a folder. I'm going to import these into Goodnotes as a template. And what this means now is every time I have a coaching conversation with someone, and what the practice I've always done is this: I give each coaching conversation its own notebook, and I date it, and I put the name of the person on there. And so I have blank pieces of paper to write on inside of there. But I also have access to these templates now, and so I can pull these templates into each coaching session, and I can use them to take notes, but I can also look at how I'm using just those 4 pillars of appreciative inquiry as I am walking alongside of this person, asking the right questions, helping them understand what is the thing that's going on inside of them and what is a way to look like to move through that, and to ask the questions that let this person answer these things himself, which is just what appreciative inquiry is like. So I hope you've liked how I made these templates. I hope this makes sense to you. And I would encourage you to consider making templates of your own, regardless of what you do. If you are a digital person or you're a paper person, make a template. Think about what repeatable actions or repeatable questions or something like that needs to be just leveled up a little bit in your life. So if you like conversations like this, if you like content like this, I need you to do a couple things for me. Number 1, say something about this in the comments. Say, Chad, I dig this kind of content, because I'm always asking myself the question, how can this channel be better? The second thing is this: I'd encourage you to go check out the Productive Pastor podcast. You can also come into that private Facebook group. Now, there's a question to get into that group that says, what church do you pastor? What church are you in leadership at? That's just to make sure you're a real person and not some scam account. And so you can just put on there, hey, I follow you on YouTube, and we'll make sure you get right on side there. So I'm Chad Brooks. Thanks for sticking around so much, and I will see you back in the next video.